Move, flow, glow is one of the things that we really live by here in our CJ and Co world and our Chelsey Jean world. So move, flow, glow. We aren't moving as much as what we normally do, are we? Okay. Our lymphatic system needs us to move. We probably move our mouth and our fingers more these days than our bodies. So let me give you a little bit of a recap of what is going to happen tonight while everybody's entering. Hi, Nan. Good to see you. Let me know in the chat box, is this your first time joining BooB CamP? If this is your first time, give me a heart. I know that a lot of you have been here before. Yes. Hello, Sonia. Beautiful. So we are recording. We're recording and we're going to be replaying. Tonight is all about teaching you how to use your gloves and why. Why should you care about this lymphatic system, this 15 liters of fluid in your body? Why should you care about it when your doctor, in a peer-reviewed research, medical school lymphatic training is less than 30 minutes in total? Okay, less than 30 minutes in total. So congratulations, ladies. You are going to know more than your GP about the lymphatic system after tonight. And another little stat that I've got given here is that in 2025, a study was shown that doctors are comfortable knowing little about lymphedema because lymphedema is what happens pretty much after you have cancer and after you've had your lymph nodes removed, and they don't really care that much because they've already saved your life and you can't die from it. So they're comfortable knowing a little bit about it. And 50% of doctors have no idea about lipedema features or treatments. So yeah, tonight you're going to know a little bit more about your GP than about the lymphatic system. Now, are you joining tonight because you've got your gloves? Somebody has bought them for you for Mother's Day or as a gift, or somebody has recommended you to, follow me and have a look into some natural health ways to feel better. You might be like some of these women here who have told me their stories. Here's the first one. I used to dry brush for years because that's all that I knew. Then I bought a pair of gloves and wow, I'll never go back to dry brushing. The gloves go deeper than the brush does. A magnetic ball side feels nice after tapping and brushing with a spiky side. I do it before the shower in the morning. I hope this helps people. I've been using my gloves for nearly a week. I'm sure I'm feeling the benefits already, but I need to discipline myself to keep going. It doesn't take long. So that's another reason for tonight is that you might see my face pop up and it's like, oh yes, I have these gloves. I've got these gloves, but what am I supposed to do with them? Or I've got these gloves, I've used them, I've felt better, I've lost weight, the puffiness has reduced, the bloating has reduced, my brain fog is gone, and I'm feeling better, but then you forget to keep going. So this might be a little bit of motivation tonight to start using your gloves a little bit more. I've been using the gloves and creams for over 2 months. I've just started and I have really detoxed. My nose is running. I'm coughing. It's like I've got the flu. That's mostly past now, except I still cough when I start on my chest. The flu lasted a few weeks. Now I can feel the changes in my body, plus my skin has never felt so soft. I feel invigorated after doing the sequence and it lasts for hours. Okay, so we're going to talk about that too. The flu-like effects, the detoxification progress that your body makes. See, when these toxins are leaving your body, they're not just going to go, and like leave flowers. They are taking a lot of mess with them as well. So, so many reasons to learn about your lymphatic system. One of the really, really important things that you need to know is that your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It relies on you to move. There is 15 liters of lymph. It all travels up towards your heart. It's what transports fats, your hormones, or the nutrients. It's your immune system. Oh, look, I can just go like this. How cute is this? So it's essential for detoxification. Without your lymphatic system, your body is not going to detox. See, it's like if you did, you were pooing, like you're using the toilet, but then you're not flushing it and all the toxins aren't getting out. If your lymphatic system is thick, it is going to be cluggy and it's not going to travel as around your body as nice fluidy flowing water. So if you are dehydrated and your body and the water in your body is thicker, then it's going to slow as well. So we need it for detoxification. We need it for fat transportation. How fat it gets transported around from your gut all the way to where it needs to be. Our brain needs fat. Dementia is the #1 killer of women in Australia. We're not getting the fat that we need to go up to our brain. Energy levels. Has anybody noticed that energy levels change? You're bouncing off the walls a little bit, maybe after the first couple of weeks. Our immune health, we're going to talk through that too. Metabolism. Cellular metabolism. What can get in and out of your cells and how your cells react is all through your lymphatic system. It's funny because I've got to move left and then I've got to move like right. And then we've got maintaining fluid balance. So those thick, ankles or puffiness in like down around from your knees down, any puffiness in your body, especially around your boobs, underneath your arms. We're going to talk about that too. So let me just let you know that any questions at all, please pop them in the chat bot. We are going to register through Instagram, through Facebook, and our BooB CamP group. All of the questions, and Mads, my assistant, is helping me by popping this into the chat bot too. All right. So, hi, everyone. My name is Chelsey Jean. I am a naturopath. I'm a sports therapist. I started massaging when I was 19. I started feeling people's bodies, touching people's bodies. I was into sport. I was Brisbane hockey captain for a couple of years, always moving, always wanting to find out what I could do best for my body, to support my body. Did I injure myself a lot? Yeah. Did I try to eat and do the right thing? Yes, I did. And I just thought, being fit, being healthy, going and doing my massage course was just the next step to be able to help support my body as well as, something to do with my life. When you're 19, what are you going to do? I'm going to do something that's going to benefit myself and then follow my passions. So I learned all about massaging, opened my first clinic. I had motorized exercise passive machines and motorized passive exercise machines and sort of like Gloria Marshall, and started working with people's bodies, with ladies' bodies. And what I realized after a short amount of time was there was this fluid that I learnt nothing about, this thickness, this heaviness, this grade, my hands would grade over these lumps and bumps when I started feeling people's body. Back then, you wanted to be a sports therapist. You wanted to do deep tissue massage. You wanted to dig your elbows in. You wanted to make sure that your client was tapping out on the table because then you got the knot and then you can work it all out, right? And then who's had the deep tissue massages and that there's really heavy, unblocking all of the tissue tightness, okay? And that's what I did. I bashed people up for a living. I got in deep and I got results. And after a while, I was doing 7 to 8 hours a day of deep tissue massage. It was really hard. And I was in my early 20s and thinking, there has to be more than this. I got tendonitis. I was walk around with my hands stuck in my bra because those times I wore bras. Now, I don't wear bras, but I would walk around because I had tendonitis all through my arms, going up through my elbow, and thinking, what am I going to do? Because, I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom since my son was 5 months old. It's me, it's him and me. And if I'm not working at that time I was working in my laundry, massaging, becoming, selling the business, divorcing, living in a caravan because I signed a prenup, and bringing up my son. If I can't massage, how am I going to how am I going to do this? And aching, I couldn't sweep because of the pain that was going through my body, and then realizing, hey, this thickness that I'm feeling in people, it's moving. What is it? We never knew anything about the lymphatic system. I looked into it and I found that this Vata movement was the best way to unblock the lymphatic system. And it was a soft touch, very soft touch massage. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing the soft touch. I was going deeper. But the thing that was different about my massage to everybody else that I knew that was massaging is they were starting face down with their client's head laying down, like looking at the floor with their nose dripping onto the floor, right? I didn't start like that. I started face up. I started communicating. By communicating, I started by making sure that I could see my client's grimace or change, or when I hit a spot, I could tell by their body, I could tell by their facial expressions, I could tell if they were comfortable or not. And because I talk a lot, and I would connect with their heart. A big part of this treatment is connecting at the heart. Okay. So when I would connect with them, put my hand on their heart, I would then feel around their chest, around the thickness, about what was going on in their chest or in their boobs. And we are told at massage school, do not touch the boobs. Don't go anywhere near the chest. Don't go anywhere near the bum. All of those things are taboo. Don't touch. Well, I don't listen to those types of things. And my hands sort of traveled and I started massaging. Like, I'm not going in for a full grope or anything going, oh yeah, baby. I'm massaging around the underarms, underneath the tissue, and actually feeling and watching my client's face. They're like, like that's sore, that's tender, that's thick, that's puffy. Like, don't touch my boobs, don't let anyone touch my boobs. I'm like, oh, okay, well, why not? Because you're 50 and you're going through menopause and your boobs should be sore? No, they shouldn't be sore at all. So we started touching boobs. And what we realized is as we were going deep around this top section, we were releasing the valve then for everything else to flow up. All of the fluid that was stuck in the hips, underneath the arms, in the abdomen, in the knees, everywhere could then start to move because we took the pressure off. We relieved the valve. We popped the cork, the bottle of champagne, like all of the fluid that could then come up because we're undoing at the chest. Can you imagine? It's like having a big rock sitting on your chest. What a relief when that rock gets taken away and all of this lymphatic fluid can be taken back to the heart and then distributed to where it needs to go, where these toxins can then get out of your body. I was stuck in traffic earlier this week and thinking to myself, this is what the immune system feels like when you are on the highway and there's lanes where you need to go, but there's trucks and trailers and cars, motorbikes and everything all in the way, and you just can't get to where you need to be because everything else is blocking you. That is your immune system. If you've hurt yourself or it's picked up a pathogen or there's something that shouldn't be there that's disrupting everything, like having like an accident on the highway, how can your lymphatic system get there if it is thick, if there is too many thick proteins going on, if the worms are there, the candida or all of the things that in your body that are or the pathogens or the bad things are all there in the way. So can you just understand how I was sitting in traffic thinking, I know how your immune cells, how your lymph feels because it is stuck. But then what happens? We get told that that's normal. It's like you're old, you're aging. Oh, you've had some injuries. Oh, you've had some operations. Why are you in a hurry anyway? Why do you need to why do you need to get there? Your blood tests are fine. Who cares that you can't use your left leg and your right arm and you got a little bit of a twitch? I'm exaggerating. Who cares that you've got all these things happening? And but that's okay. We'll just give you a statin that stops your cholesterol from building up on the sides. So then, we make the highway even smaller. And, these are the things that happen. You do not have to slow down. You can keep moving. You can keep your health accelerating if your lymphatic system is not blocked. If there are not things in the way, like bras, like tight undies, like you not breathing deep and using your breath as a pump. If you've had any injuries or surgeries, all of that scar tissue that is all congested, all that fascia. If you have lipedema, like all of that fascia that is all smashed together, that is stopping this lymph fluid from traveling through your body. There are so many things there that are going to stop us. The toxins, the air that we breathe, all of the chemicals that are in our water. 300 chemicals is the normal amount that a lady will wear when she leaves the house in the morning. With her lipstick, her makeup, her deodorant, body creams, shampoo, this dry shampoo, and then all of the perfumes, all of those toxins. 300 toxins we're carrying around with us when we leave the house in the morning. If you're into makeup, and then our clothes are mainly plastic, and it's a little bit hard. It's a little bit hard when you come to the realization of what we're up against. Okay, so I want your highway to flow. Yeah, I've come up with a way without pushing all of these cars through and creating more inflammation and more damage. We've come up with a way to relieve the burden on your body. So then we can allow everything to work naturally and to flow naturally. Yeah? And that's what we do with our lymphatic gloves. Okay, we've got our gloves here. So let me just have a look now at the chat, and if there's any questions that I need to answer here. Gloves on their way, great. Yes, been going for 2 weeks now, and now I have a cold. Yes, we'll talk through that. Hello, I'm in week 1. I use the gloves and I'm bruised. Yes, all that stagnant dead tissue, that old blood, all that stagnant, it's moving. My upper arms are a bit sore to touch because they are bruised. I will persist because I think this is probably a good thing. Yes, Natalie. So I'm sorry that this happens, but keep going. Okay, maybe be a little bit softer. You see me all over going, pat, 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 rub, rub, rub with both sides. I have been doing this for quite a lot of years. My skin health is perfect. And I don't have a lot of toxins just underneath my skin. So start very gently. Okay. 7 surgeries, wisdom teeth, 4 cesareans, and 2 knee replacements. Maria. Have you been told about the lymphatic system though, Maria? I bet you haven't with all of those things. Now, the gloves. You've got your gloves there. What is the difference between using a dry brush and our lymphatic gloves? So you've got the spiky side on one side. It's quite spiky. It's quite hard. We have a lot of ladies say, "Oh, I can't use the spikes, they're too spiky. I'm scratching my skin too hard. It's making marks." Does it have to be this spiky? Yes, it has to be this spiky. All right. We need to get these myelinated nerve endings activated. Your lymphatic system comes to the surface at your skin. Yes, but it also runs really deep down. You have around 700 lymph nodes. And when I say around, the studies haven't been done. Some people have lymph nodes. It's like here, one here, one here, one here. Like everybody has different lymph nodes that can even go to different places and drain different ways. So if anyone is telling you exactly press here this many times, press here then this many times, a lot of women don't even have a cisterna chyli, which is like right down here in your belly. We can't tell you exactly which way to drain. Exactly down to the point. But we can tell you to do this area first and then go on to the next area, which we're going to talk about tonight. Okay. So you don't need to follow an exact plan. If you think that you've come here tonight to learn an exact routine that I'm going to show you what to do each brush, no, because every single body is different. I need you to feel what the gloves do, feel the change that it does, feel the texture, feel the lumpiness, feel the fluid and what's happening in your body because every single one is different. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. Okay. So we've got the spiky side. We need this to activate and turn on our skin, right? To make sure it is stimulated. So we need to stimulate first with the spiky side of the glove. And then we use the rollerball side after we use the cream or over top of our clothes. Now, what I'm going to teach you tonight is the sequence. So whether you're doing the spiky side or the rollerball side, it is the same sequence that we're doing. All right. Let me just read a couple of more of our chats so I've got everybody covered. One new. I have puffy underarms. Is this likely to take a while to start to improve? Is there anything in particular I need to do other than the standard glove routine? Great, I will answer that. I'm riddled with cellulite in the span of 6 months, depressed, eager to try the gloves and cream I just received. 2 autoimmune conditions. Yeah. 40 and feel it is now or never. Absolutely. I can answer all of those questions. I never had puffy ankles or calves, but my groin area has always had heaviness in the lymph. I thought it was a body type issue. Why would this area be blocked and not lower down the train? Great. Is it best to use morning or night? Great questions, ladies. I love all of these. Okay. So when it comes to your lymphatic system, if you are blocked in your chest here, if you have a rock sitting on your chest, or so from not breathing deep, from having breast implants, having a mastectomy, having any surgeries done to your shoulder, having a frozen shoulder, not moving your jaw, clenching your teeth, having a sore neck, all of those things, not moving through the upper third of your body. That's like having like a bottle of champagne that you can't get to. And everything is just going to get bigger and bigger down below. Bottle of champagne is probably not the best explanation for that one. It's like blowing up a balloon and just keep blowing and blowing and blowing. So it's just getting bigger and bigger. And there's no release. So what we're doing by activating through the top, all of these lymph nodes that sit under your arm, in your chest, around your breast, around your sternum, around your neck and your collarbone, all through here. If we activate and turn them on, can you see that I'm touching them and just doing a bit of a massage? You can pat as well. You can use your hands or you can use your gloves. Now, we're going to use the gloves on bare skin and then the rollerball side over top of clothes. So we're patting around this area first. It's like when you open the toilet seat before you do your business, okay? Activate all of these lymph nodes here. Breathing deep, make sure you're not holding your shoulders all too tight. So what you're doing here is opening up, all right? So then all the fluid can come up. Why would there be, if you have fluid, if you've got a sore knee, and if you've got fluid trapped on your knee, that means that there could be congestion in your hips. So if you have had lower back problems, if you've had even a cesarean, if you've had sore, like tight hips, then anything around that area that's tight is going to trap the fluid. So then from your knees, that fluid isn't going to travel up and to be able to get now to the open area. So what we need to do is activate all of the lymph nodes first. So underneath your arms, in your chest, like I said, and then what we can do is then go to the belly. But it's really important that we do the top part first. All right. So let me take you through the sequence. Let me take you through the routine. If you've got your gloves or whether you've got your hands, let's pat and tap. What does Tarzan do before he saves Jane? Okay, activates the top. Beep, 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 beep. One of our preferred partners, Ree, she has got the gloves and she started using the gloves for a particular reason. It's because she is a competitive bodybuilder. All right. She competes, she lifts heavy weights. After using the gloves, so she does all of her competition, she then decided to start using the gloves before her next competition. She lifted an extra 20 kilos. 20 kilos for a competition for a bodybuilder is a lot of weight. All she did was use the gloves, helped her body get rid of the lactic acid, all of these acids that pool up and get thick and cause congestion in your lymphatic system. She was moving those around so that there was no stagnancy. Her body knew that it had to move that fluid around. It knew the routine. It wasn't just sitting there anymore. So what we're doing is we're teaching your body the routine, the sequence. It's not going just to sit there anymore. So activate all through the top part, through your neck, through here. Tap, 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 tap. Now, should you do this morning or night? I want you to do this whenever you have time. If you've got 5 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night, sitting at your desk during the day, maybe not in the car, you get in trouble. But, whenever you have time, if you're doing this in the morning, do it as a wake up. Okay. So when I wake up in the morning, I will grab my gloves and I will pat my body and I will do this as a wake up morning routine. And then I normally hop in my Rejuveness sauna when I wake up in the morning and then have a good jiggle. So I'm using my gloves before I'm hopping in the sauna in the morning. If I'm doing this at night, then it is going to be a beautiful slow down sequence. I'm going to use the rollerball side. I'm going to place it on my chest. I'm going to breathe deep and nicely and just say some beautiful affirmations. Feel each stroke underneath. Think about my day. Let that process, the tapping, even though I feel anxious, even though I feel hurt, even though I feel angry, even though I feel upset, I totally love and accept myself. Like all of those affirmations that we can say when we're tapping, you can still do that with your glove. So I'm going to do it nice and gentle at night as a slow down, get ready for bed. Is there one that's better for the other? Well, it's really good to do it in the morning to wake up your body and get it going for the day, because when you sleep, we know that your liver is working, your brain, your lymphatic system is detoxing, your kidneys, like everything is working when you sleep because it can finally get something done because you're not thinking too much, you're not drinking, you're not eating, you're not doing activities. So all of the body's energy can go towards detoxification, rebuilding, and repair. And that's why it is important to rest, to sleep, because all of these things that you're doing, you're using your gloves, you're moving all the toxins around, that needs time to process. So let your body have that time. So when you do rest and lay down and sleep, okay? So when you wake up in the morning, it's really good to get all of that going, get that moving. I will start using my gloves until my belly starts to rumble. I'll hear the gurgle in my tummy, and then I know that everything is open. Excuse me. See, I'm burping now because I'm using the gloves. I know that everything is working when I start burping after about a minute of using my gloves. I'm like, okay, digestive system is turned on. I've got some juices flowing. It's now time to, get on. I can get on. I've woken everything up, and I have my lemon in water and help my body then detoxify. So whenever you can is the answer to that. When should I use my gloves? Whenever I can. So we're opening up the top section first, underneath the arms, around the chest, breathing in deep. Then we're going to go to the arms. So brushing the arms, just do from your elbow to your shoulder. Now, if you want to work on tuck shop arms like this, I don't know why I always hold my tongue when I do that. It's a bit funny. So working on any loose skin. These used to be all muscles. I need to get this back. Okay. Massaging through. And then I'm going to do from my wrist all the way up to my arm. Let gravity help you, and then wiggle around in the air. Let gravity help you with everything going down towards your armpit, and then help it along towards your heart. Okay. I'm not doing circles. I'm doing strokes always towards my heart, but I'm opening up this area first. Okay. And then the same on the other side, brushing. Now I'm using the ball side because I do have clothes on. Spiky side is super invigorating, feels so nice on your skin. Now, if your skin is sensitive and thin and not too healthy, not as healthy as mine, then you are just going to pat gently and then use our lymphatic cream. After a month, you will be brushing. Your skin health will improve so much. The lining on your skin on the outside is an indication of what's going on in your gut. So if it's dry and brittle, the lining of your gut is also dry and brittle. So maybe think about adding some zinc, adding in some good fats, adding in some aloe vera, all those nice healing things. So I've just done my arms and I'm feeling really good, and I feel like I've doing a little bit of exercise too. The next thing that we're going to do, or we've got eight new I'm in week 1 and I twisted my knee, which was the size of a football. I used the gloves, but tonight I am too tired to do it. Yes, I am bruised, but it shows me that it's working. Is it okay to have a day off? Yes, Barb, it's okay to have a day off, but while you're watching, just massage your boobs. Okay, while you're sitting here, listening, grab your gloves, breathe deep, and just massage your boobs. I know it sounds funny, but can you understand how it works? Okay, can you use the roller ball on bare skin? And can you do the spiky side following the roller ball side? All right, so we use the spiky side of the glove first, pretty much on dry skin. So it's dry skin brushing, so you can get rid of any dead skin cells, and and your skin is not too soft. Okay, if now it's getting into winter, and If you need to, like, turn the shower on so you're getting steam, and then stand and do your glove routine, and then hop under the shower, then put your lymphatic cream on and use the rollerball side. So we should do the activation first. Can you see? If I just hear this noise of my gloves, can you see all the hairs standing up all over my body? My body is that conditioned now that I just have to hear that sound and my body does a lymphatic flush. So I want you to use spiky, then massage, then balls. Spiky, massage, balls. Okay, that's how we do it. That's in the perfect world. If you've got 2 minutes and you're just going to run over quickly, or if you're at gym and you got your clothes on, and all that's fine, you are going to just make sure you follow the sequence. That's goal. Like, happy. High five. Following the sequence, perfect. Spiky side, ball side, doing all of that is just the added bonus benefit that you're tightening your skin, and then you're getting deeper and working on the fascia with the roller ball side. Okay, we're going to get to that. Natalie, you can definitely use them in the shower. That's perfect. I've had lymph node clearance, just bought the gloves and cream, but told by a lymphatic clinic not to use on the arm. I don't understand. Okay, so this is where I really don't understand, because we have 1 in 3 women who have had nodes removed from breast cancer surgery ending up with lymphedema. 1 in 3. It's too many. If you were told straight away to start activating and moving your lymph, you would keep the paths open. You don't have to do it hard. You would keep the path open. You've got less toilets in your body. So a lymph node, think about it as a toilet, and your body is a apartment block. If I'm taking a lot of toilets away from here, that means that it doesn't, and you've got more toxins in your body because you've just had an operation. So your body is flooded with all different chemicals, right? Your body's flooded with all different chemicals. So your body needs more toilets, but they've taken however many out. So all of the other toilets are going to have to be used, but you're going to have to help that fluid, because you've had surgery, to get to the other toilets, or else it's going to have a backup, and it's going to get backed up, and then your arm is going to look like an elephant's trunk. And like we said at the beginning, doctors are comfortable knowing little about lymphedema in a 2025 study. Don't want to know about it. I don't understand why a lymphatic specialist or a lymphatic clinic would tell you not to use it on your arm. Be gentle. Be nice. Use your glove around your chest. If you can, you have to move your arm, because you do not want cording to happen. Okay, that tight cording, that can happen where all the tissue all sticks together. We want to prevent that as much as possible. So yeah, have a think, Sonia. Keep going is my advice. Okay. I've been using the gloves for about 4 weeks now and weigh more on the scales, but I look slimmer. Oh, so there's change happening. So there's obviously a lot of fluid in your body, and it's changing positions. Okay. I would, and your name N, I would add some minerals. Our body is lacking minerals. So a lot of the time we need those minerals to be able to dump the fluid. When you can be too toxic to lose weight. So maybe add in some extra supplements that's going to help pull out those toxins. So you might want to have a look into the fulvic acids. You might need more fiber, more binding. Look into PHGG. Look into things that help your bowels move better. Make sure, are you drinking enough water? Because if you're not drinking enough water, it's not going to pull, the plug isn't going to be pulled. We need to have 10 liters plus water in our body. And if you're not adding new water, the body's not going to release it as well. So please try those things. Hopefully that makes sense. I've been using the gloves for a week and I feel so tired. Yes. And I have reflux. Yes. Could this be part of the process? Yes. Okay. We are shaking the shit out of your body. We don't know where all the junk is hidden under all the crevices, like the parasites that are now going to be coming up. And, worms, parasites, bacteria, all of these things they've all been having a really happy time in your body doing whatever they want. And now you're getting it to move. Now you're unblocking the lymphatic system. That thick fluid that it was hiding under is now moving. It's not going to be happy. So yeah, you're going to feel tired because it's like shaking a rug that has been on your floor for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. And now you need a really good vacuum because you're shaking it. So you are shaking it up by using the gloves. Now, because we're not getting rid of the toxins as fast as you are shaking them, you are going to feel tired, flu-like symptoms. Some people even throw up. Okay? Some people even throw up. So drink your water, add some Celtic salt, add some magnesium, have your minerals, vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, all of these things that's going to help boost your immune system. Make sure your bowels are working. How are these toxins getting out of your body? Through your breath. Through our breath is how we get rid of fat. Fat leaves through your breath. Okay. Everybody in, everybody out. Everybody in, everybody out. How you get rid of fat is mainly through your breath, through your bowels. You need to poo at least twice a day. How good do you feel after doing a good sausage poo? One that just snaps off, that just goes and then just snaps off, and you hear that clunk in the toilet, not like a like splatter, or not like this really hard, rock type poo. When your bowels are working, amazing, you know how good you feel. So stay hydrated. Make sure you've got the right amount of fiber. Don't go over top with the fiber. Make sure you've got the right ingredients like the vitamin C and the magnesium that's going to help your bowels, stimulate the bowels, and get the shit out of your body. Try our good gut protocol. So if you think you've got candida, you've got toxins, if you've got backed up, and you've got 6 foot of poo sitting in your gut, if you don't poo twice a day, you have to do our good gut protocol. We can pop the link in below, in somewhere, look on the website, for our good gut protocol, but the shit has to get out. You have to poo. Otherwise, you're just regurgitating and it's gross, and no, we're not doing that. So we need to poo. We need to breathe. Urine. You have to drink your water. So 3 liters minimum. 3 liters of water minimum a day is the water that we need to drink. And what's the other one? Cellular metabolism is happening as well, deep, but we need to sweat. Have you seen all the information coming out about red light therapy? Like, yay! We use red light, we use terahertz, we use pulse electromagnetic field therapy in our CJ & Co products. I'm going to run through with them tomorrow night. But sweating. You're probably going to notice a little bit of sweating from down here, not only from underneath here. Your body needs to sweat. You need to detoxify as well. So that's how your body's going to get rid of toxins. Support it to do that. Open the gates and support it. Can this help with constipation? Absolutely. So we're going to get to the tummy. We're going to get to the tummy now. Maybe a weird question, Desley. I love weird questions. If you have cancer in your body that you are unaware of, which is all of us, okay? Cancer is just cells that are toxic cells, cells that may be deformed a little bit. And so those cells get picked up by our immune system, and our white blood cells deal with them and take them out. So when your immune system can't do that, I believe we all have damaged cells in our body, and we're unaware of them. Can lymphatic massage help to make you aware of it sooner rather than later, as in bring in symptoms out that you have? Okay. Symptoms out that you have not had previously. So we are going to get rid of a lot of toxic mess. Desley, I would love, how cool would it be if we could just go through a scanner and like pick up everything that is wrong, and then we do our lymphatic brushing and we do our detoxification, and then we go back through the scanner and it shows us the difference, like in a month or in 3 months. We do this a little bit. So my naturopath, she does live bloods. And so I can see what's going on in my blood before and after. We also do thermography, because I would never have a mammogram, but I do ultrasound and I do thermography. So where you can see the light, so you can see the hot spots, the inflammation, the cold spots where there's not enough blood flow and those types of things. So we have done the thermography imaging, we have done the live bloods, we have done our normal blood tests, and we have seen the difference from using the gloves, right, in those tests. Unfortunately, not everybody gets to do that. We just see what we like in the mirror. We can't see what's going on under our skin. Are we more toxic than we should be? Yes. Is cancer on a rampage at the moment since the you-know-what was introduced? Yes. Is autoimmune disease also doing the same since the you-know-what was introduced? Yes. Okay. Should you be doing everything you can to get that spike proteins, if you can, out of your body and help all of your cell lining repair? Yes. Should we be doing everything that we can to make sure that the cells in our body metabolize properly and our white blood cells can pick up, cancer or any other cell that is not the way that it should be? Yes. Should we be doing this earlier? Yes. Should we be doing it now? Babies, ladies, the best way for you to detoxify is to have a baby. Babies are born with so many heavy metals in their system, over 300 heavy metals in their system, okay? And remember that you came from an egg that was in your mum and that was in your grandma, and those eggs get, you've got parts of your grandma, parts of your mum, like all in you. I think it's 8 generations it goes through. And we're not getting any healthier. Look at the young girls, look at our young kids now. Lipedema shows up at 12 now. It doesn't get diagnosed until 17 years later is the norm. Look at the toxins, look at the chemicals, look at the autism rates, look at the everyism rates that is happening now in our children. Look at how sick, look at how young people are getting cancer and all of these brain diseases and different things. When is a good time to start? Now. We need to detoxify. You need to be the best cleaning lady ever and never stop cleaning. Your body never stops cleaning, looking for all the bad things. So it's start now. Hopefully that makes sense. Will the cream damage the magnetic balls? No, Natalie, go for it. What happens if you don't use the roller side of the glove? Okay. Everything's okay. You can use the spiky side, use the end use the rollerball side. It doesn't matter if you don't use the rollerball side, but what we're doing with the rollerball side is getting deeper into the fascia. Okay. We need to change the structure, like those fibers. We are massaging more. So if your fascia is damaged, it's how your body communicates and sends signals. If the fascia is all smashed and dehydrated and lumpy and bumpy, those signals aren't going to get to where they need to be as fast. So you are going to react slower. So that can mean falling over, that can mean brain fog, that can mean, aging faster than what you need to be. But if we can, it means that the immune system is not going to be able to get to where it needs to go because it's going to hit all of these, all of the fibers in your body is going to be smashed up and it can't get through to where it needs to go. So that's why we're using the rollerball side to massage a bit deeper. But it's okay if you don't want to. Why would my chest be tender and I've been using the gloves for a week? Yeah, because we're not used to touching our tissue. We're used to having our boobs stuck in a bra like this and not touch them. What's the first thing you do, ladies, when you finish work? Is it take off the bra and throw it and get it out? Just having the bra on is stopping all of the fluid that's coming up from your knees, up from your feet, up through your groin. It's like having an elastic band around your middle. Why would we do that? And then you've got the strap marks here. So we're stopping the fluid from getting like from your arm to where it needs to be. You can't even breathe deep when you've got a big bra on. And for those ladies that have got big boobs, I get it. I don't get it because I don't have big boobs. So wear some support, but make sure that you've still got some movement because otherwise you're going to stop the blood flow, stop the nutrition, stop the tissue being strong. So, my boobs are pretty good because I exercise, but they still my boobs move. My wiggles and jiggle. All these tendons, all these muscles have to do something. They're not just lazy. And if you wear a bra, especially a wide bra, your boobs are going to be down around your belly by the time you're 60 or 70 because there is no elasticity. You've killed everything that helps hold up your boobs naturally by falsely holding them up. My GP wanted to close a vein in each leg to treat the inflammation below my knee. Glad I said no and found your gloves, making so much progress. Never heard that one before, Vicky. Oh my God, I'm so glad you didn't. Okay, Trudy, I'm 18 months using the gloves now post-cancer surgery. At first, I broke out in a rash. Yes, that definitely does happen because how does toxins leave your body? Like through your skin. So it can be, you can definitely get a rash. And it does indicate what's also happening inside your gut. And it cleared. My lymphedema physio thinks the gloves are great they're working for me. Along with the full leg stocking, using the gloves and fascia release exercises, my physio is very impressed. Works great on the thigh cellulite as well, and I've never peed so much in my life. Great. My physio says it's all the fluid release, so the gloves are working great for me. Like, how cool is that, Trudy? Well done. And to push through, because when you start something and you see such negative results, rashes on skin, the fluid just moving around, feeling sick, flu-like symptoms, your nose is filling up with snot, headaches. When you're using the gloves and this happens, you don't expect that. You want to use the gloves and then look in the mirror and go, oh, look at me, I'm 5 kilos lighter and I can run up those stairs. We know life doesn't happen that way. And sometimes you have to go through a couple of challenges before we get to the other side. So thank you so much for going through the challenges, listening to your body and persisting. So well done. Flu, you like, yes. Okay. Been using the gloves for around 10 months, morning and night. When I first started, I had detox symptoms, tired, flu-like underarms stank. My underarms stank for weeks. Found parasites and recently did a cleanse. Some days doing a number two 5 times a day. So pooing 5 times a day. This is what I'm hearing. So there is like so much poo backed up in your body. Bonus is my skin is so smooth and no cellulite now. Wish I had found the gloves years ago. Right? You know, why can't we know this years ago? Oh, my son sees me using the gloves every day and wants to do it. Is it safe for kids? Yes. Please, absolutely, 1,000,000% get your kids doing this too. Um, since using the gloves, I haven't had any restless legs, which I've had since I was a teenager. You know, this is so, so good. Which vitamin C or magnesium do you use? There are different types, okay? Make sure you just get a good, go and see your naturopath. But yeah, get a really good brand. Never buy anything from the chemist when it comes to supplements. Yeah, we're going to do around our face, Louise. Thank you for reminding me. Diane, I'm having major excess skin removal surgery in 6 weeks after weight loss 10 years ago and 2 babies. Just started using the gloves 3 days ago after coming across you while looking into lymphatic massage for post-op. Is there anything more I should know in this 6 weeks? All right. So I went to Bangkok recently and it scared me because there are so many women lined up over there and having surgery and not knowing anything about the lymphatic system and the doctors not telling them anything about the lymphatic system. It is really, it's hard. So remember that every time, and I know it's like getting a tattoo, right? You're getting a tattoo because it's a reminder of somebody that you love, or it's a reminder of something that for you, or you to look pretty, or whatever reason you're getting a tattoo. And then you find out that, oh, my lymphatic system is never going to be clear again. My lymphatic system is now going to be permanently gray because I've just filled it with ink. There's a trade-off. As long as you know what is going to happen to you. So now that you're going in having your surgery to get rid of the loose skin, you've done well to lose the weight. If you will have to use your gloves twice a day. You will have to make sure your lymphatic health is great. You're going to have a lot of scar tissue in your body. Making sure that you even use a toothbrush around the scar area. When you wake up from surgery, start using the gloves straight away. Do not wait. If your body, just don't use it on the tender areas, but make sure you use it on your chest and the underarms and like around your boobs and around your neck, all of those places. Do whatever you can. But what upsets me is a lot of these ladies that I saw over in Bangkok with Destination Beauty have lipedema. And that type of surgery needs specialist help. Okay? We need to do it so we are looking after your lymphatic system. We're not just like doing and they're not told. These women are lining up for all these surgeries. 1 in 9 women have lipedema and they don't know about it. Most of them don't know about it. So that's something that I would really love to help get the word out more about. Can you use the gloves in the beginning? Bring on a very early period? Yes, Nessie. So this is another thing why some ladies get upset with me. They stink a little bit more, so they become a little bit more smellier. Second reason is you can get your period back. So I don't know why there's just balloons going off then, but you can, we're reversing your age. As we move the hormones around, a lot of the estrogen that can be stuck in your body, as we're moving all of the hormones around, we then allow your body to work as it should naturally. So your period may come back. Okay, so it is definitely going to change your hormones. Yes. It's going to help with endometriosis. There is so many benefits for hormonal health and thyroid. So if anybody's interested, we are talking everything about thyroid 10 o'clock Thursday with Tara Nelson. She's Australia's leading naturopath in thyroid health. 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. on Thursday morning. Tara is live. Yes, it will be recorded. And we're going to talk everything about the thyroid. So I'm leaving that out of tonight. Will the gloves clean out any damage a mammogram may have caused? Okay, so what a mammogram uses 40 pounds of pressure on your beautiful breast tissue. It only takes 20 pounds of pressure to rupture a cancer cell. So a mammogram is using double the amount of pressure. Okay, so there's that for one. Plus, you've got all the radiation as well. Okay, so will the gloves clean that out? It's definitely going to help. It's definitely going to help. Yes, anything that you do is definitely going to help. I had a mastectomy with a port put in after using the gloves on the side of my chest where the port has been taken out. Felt bruised for a few days. Yes, Louise, that's normal. Congratulations for getting the port taken out. Just be gentle. Okay, just be gentle. Desley, I've never needed deodorant. However, since using the gloves, I find I definitely need it. See, I told you I make people more smelly, which is when I knew something is happening. Yes. How do you find out if you have lipedema? Let's talk about that tomorrow night. Yes, and also help with plantar fasciitis. Yes, can definitely help with that too. All right. We're up to an hour, but I still didn't even get through the sequence. So let's start again with the sequence. You've got your gloves. Okay. Might even help if I take off my shirt. All right, so you've got your gloves here. Pretend that I'm naked, girls. And you can even get this part of the video and play it in your bathroom, and we can do it together. All right, so we're going to pat at our chest, make sure our shoulders are nice and relaxed. Pat underneath your arms. Use the curved part here and get in. Now, you should not have arm puffs. You should have armpits. So underneath your arms, massage all through here. If it feels nice, do it around your clavicle. We're activating, we're pressing. You can see how hard I'm pressing. Okay, I'm not just doing it super soft. Okay, we're patting underneath our arms, doing all of our chest first. Yeah. All right, and then once we've opened up all around our chest, we're going to brush towards that open area. Brushing, brushing, brushing. I always do nice deep breathing. All right, moving the shoulders around, moving around the back. Okay, you do not need to brush your back because everything will go to the front. Once you open up all these lymph nodes all around the front, then the fluid will flow. Okay. Next part is our belly. So I'm using, once again, the round curved part. You can use two hands if you like. Getting in around between my rib cage, this cisterna chyli area. I'm going to push in here for a little bit. Okay, and then massage, do a nice couple of deep breaths, and then we're going to massage clockwise. All right, it might look like I'm going the right or the wrong way. I'm not sure about how it looks on camera, but I am going to my left. Okay, I'm going around clockwise, and then I'm going to go from back to the front, back to the front. If you want to tighten skin, make it red. Okay. If you've lost some weight, get the collagen, activate the collagen and make it red. Okay. Next spot, in your groin. So once again, activate, tap, 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 tap. around your bottom. If your undies are too tight, you're going to have this layer of fluid that just sits here at the top of your leg. So make sure you change your undies or don't wear undies. Okay, activate all through around your bum. That's why we get cellulite, because we wear tight, restrictive undies. We don't breathe deep enough. We've had surgeries done in our abdomen. So then the fluid is going to sit at the top of your legs and congest, like all the fascia is going to congest and get tight. And then the toxins get trapped in that and look like, lumpy, bumpy moon legs. So we've activated through the top. We are then going to go spiky, spiky, spike, or roll the ball. Okay. And then brushing up. So I'm going from my knee all the way up to my groin. I'm using 2 hands here, spending a little bit more time in this area. If you've got any aches and pains around your knee, please make sure you get in around your groin, any tightness here. And then the last place that I'm going to massage is up from my ankles. Now, you would think, a lot of people would think, that you would start at your ankles. If you've got fluid in your ankles, I taught a podiatrist in our Lymphatics Alive workshop last weekend. And she's like, Chelsey, this is going to change the lives of so many of my patients, because all that she does is touch from the knee down. How is she going to move the fluid? She's like, where is this fluid going to go? Please tell me. She's massaging, she's trying to get around the ankles, trying to get around the toes. Like, you see the people with the big fat ankles and the red, like their skin is going to pop, but you could get a pin and you could pop their ankles, right? It's like, I need to get them to open up at the chest first. I need them to do some nice deep breathing, pretend they're Tarzan, move from side to side, get their abdomen. Like if you're constipated and congested all in your abdomen, and in your belly and in your stomach, nothing is going to be able to flow up. She's like, I need to teach every podiatrist this. So if you currently go to a podiatrist, have a little bit of a chat. Okay, so the last place then that we're going to do is your ankles. Have a little bit of a bounce, and then you've done your sequence. Is that easy? Is it that easy? Yes. It is super easy and it's fun. And there's not a lot of rules, except I want you to open up the lymph node areas and then brush towards them. So we're never brushing down. Okay? We're always, except when it comes to the face, then we're brushing down, but we'll cover that tomorrow night. Okay, so let's see. I have spider veins. I think the spiky side stimulates the blood too much, so I use the rollers instead. Am I doing the right thing? So if you do have spider veins, remember that it's calcium that holds the strength in your body. So calcium not only in your bones, but calcium in your veins. So if you have got too much acid going on in your body, so if your body is too acidic, your body will take the calcium out of your structure, out of your blood, and out of your bones, and out of anything that holds structure, to put out the acid fire. That's why it's really important that you become alkaline. You have an alkaline diet so your body can retain the calcium to have strength. Should you use the spiky side? I do. I would definitely use the spiky side, just be a little bit gentle. Okay, and then nicely with the rollerball side. Inner arms so itchy from the spiky side. It can blood flow, okay, and different change can definitely do that. Okay, so tomorrow night we are talking then through our lymphatic detoxification. We're going to talk about nutrition, about all the other things that you can do during your day, and of course, how to then incorporate the cream, the magnesium, and the face cream. Okay, all of the goodies that are in your lymphatic cream, the magnesium, and the face. As you know, I could rave on for hours because I get a little bit off track, but I think it's really important. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for turning up for you. This is something that we should be taught a lot earlier on, but it's piqued your interest. It has made changes to a friend or a family member, or you've been given up on, or you may have given up on yourself. I hope tonight we have given you hope. I hope that this sparks some interest and some self-love for you, to look after your body, to spend 2 minutes a day massaging yourself, even if you just feel the gloves, you know. I just hope that everybody's up against a lot, all right? Everybody is up against a lot. And when we realize that all you have is yourself and that you can do something, you know, if it's this, great, because this is going to lead to something else. When you have a little bit more energy, when you've lost a little bit of weight, when the puffiness has gone down, when your brain's thinking a little bit clearer, when you've got better bacteria rubbing together in your belly, sending the signal up the vagus nerve to your brain that says, I can do this, or let's get out of bed today, or I'm not in as much pain. I can recover better from surgery. You know, that's what I want from you. Okay. And that's what I want for you. So thank you so much for joining in tonight and allowing me to rave on and educate and talk about lymph health. And tomorrow night we'll carry on. And then Thursday we've got Tara Nelson talking about thyroid. And then next week we've got Josie Giles talking to us all about poo. And some of the stuff she's told me this morning is mind blowing. So I can't wait to share that with you as well next week. Oh, stop. BooB Cruise. BooB Cruise. Would you like to spend 3 nights with me? Who would like to spend 3 nights with me going around in a circle, stuck on a big ship? Doesn't that sound like the best time ever? All ages, ladies, like we're going to have so much fun. How cool is it to be on a ship with other women who know about this stuff? And you can talk to them and you can meet them from all over Australia. It's 3 nights. It is on a Royal Caribbean, Quantum of the Seas, and we're leaving on the 12th of March. We've got 45 cabins already sold. I don't know how many we have left. So come along, come and have some fun, come and play. Let's like set a Guinness Book of Records for how many lymphatic massages we can do in the ocean together. All right. So, as you know, coming together is something that I love. Community is something that I really love too. Come along and be part of our little group. If you don't have a cabin, if you want to share a cabin, there is a link here or go to the events page on our Facebook. I'm sure it's everywhere, or just ask for it and we can DM it to you. Come along to our cruise. 45 cabins already gone. Yeah, I should have talked about this at the start. Now I'm excited. Come along, join us. Use your gloves tonight. Have a great night's sleep. Give yourself a pat in the back and thank you. See you tomorrow night.